relax.
Oh my
Weird.
god, it's about to came up.
So weird. Yo, have a filter tip by chance?
I do have a bunch of filter tips actually. Shout out Vibes, shout out Burner, you sent care package at the time.
Oh, hey, I got an embarrassing story to tell you guys.
Tell him.
So do you guys know who Nick Kroll is?
Yes, I know Nick Kroll. He's the guy that came out on the show with the
League.
The League.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was on the League.
And I don't watch sports, but I watch the League.
Yeah, and he was on a show called The League, and then he was also on Big Mouth.
Yes.
You know, he does all that. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I know Nick Kroll. He looks like the guy from fucking The Office.
Yeah, he's a very funny comic.
Yeah.
He's very famous. I'm a big fan of him. So he had to bring me up at the store, right? In the main room.
Sick.
And so we're in the back. I'm wearing a Carhartt tie-dye. He's got a full Carhartt suit on. Not like a suit, but he's got like the Carhartt jacket and the Carhartt like thing, and he's got the Carhartt pants. I'm like, oh, you rocking Carhartt? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm rocking. I was like, my friend makes tie-dye Carhartts. And I was just telling him about it, and he was like, oh, that's cool. And we started just shooting shit over Carhartts and like tie-dyes. And I was like, I never thought it'd be like 30 and like a tie-dye fan. And he laughed, I laughed. I was like, oh, this is cool. We're like talking, blah, 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 chumming it up. And I was doing everything except like tell him how big of a fucking fan I am of his. Like that's the only thing I had in my mind. Then he's like, all right, I'm bringing you up. Is there anything you want me to say? And then I get super insecure and just all of a sudden just blank on everything I've ever done. Because I was just like, well, now all that means nothing compared to what, you know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, just tell him I'm funny. He was like, all right, cool. Right? Goes up, absolutely murders, right? And then he goes to introduce me. He goes, all right, this next comic, his name's Frank Castillo, very, very funny comic, loves tie-dye. Huge tie-dye fan. Follows multiple tie-dye accounts on Instagram. Loves tie-dye. Guys, nice round of applause for Frank Castillo. I walked out, I was like, my big tie-dye shirt, like a fucking idiot. And I was like, I have no idea why I told him that.
Because I'm working on myself.
Yeah, dude, I was dying.
So you need to work on yourself a little more.
Oh my God. I told them all. I was like, I told them what happened, explained to them in the back, and they all died laughing.
Oh, man.
I had a good set. Again, thank God too, because it was such a funny, like, real moment. I had no time to like think, so I was like, "Oh fuck!" And then it just became like it was just real funny. And then afterwards, like my boss, essentially the booker of the store, was just like, "That's the funniest thing I've ever seen." She was like, That's your intro forever now. This fucking the tie-dye guy. Frank fucking loves tie-dye. Door guys were talking to me about it, making fun of me, dude. It was like, oh God, it was great and like the worst at the same time.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
And I know who Nick Kroll is. You know who Nick Kroll is? He's a funny dude.
See the face.
The League is funny. I watched the League. Me and Diana watch the League, and we don't watch football.
Yeah, you're not a football guy.
We don't watch sports, but we watch the shit out of the League because the comedy in that is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The twin X with a crutch for the joint. my Tio, the one that helps us out with that.
Oh, yeah. He's bringing one?
Yeah, filters.
Oh.
Yes, please. He said filters, yes, please.
Compia. Hey, we got some filters? Tráeme unos para el Sourwavez, por favor. Thank you. Cool. We have a box. We have like Raw sends us stuff, Vibe sends us stuff all the time. And we kind of tuck it for when we need it,
When's Burner coming to the house, dog?
Burner, as soon as fucking, hey, Big Burn, let me put you in my schedule, big dog, I got to look busy. We're busy over here, Burn. I got to squeeze you in, Give me a date.
Facts. You got to have stingy, too.
For the culture,
Wildlife. We got to get stingy, too.
Stingy would be dope, too. I'm down for anything that involves growth.
You got to get the water boys on here.
Hey, man, we're all mutual. We have mutual friends,
Yep.
We all have mutual friends.
Yep.
It's all on the table, We're all connected. It's a small world. I've been at the same place my whole life, on Instagram,
Right.
I ain't gone nowhere. Everyone knows where I'm at.
Yep.
As long if they're my homies,
Yeah.
They know I'm easy to parlay with. I'm not too cool for school. I'm
You're an early member of the meme Illuminati.
very much so.
Yep.
Very much so.
Yep.
My sword is very much there still.
Yeah, we know.
Illuminati. Oh fuck. I tried.
Yeah, no. When
When I first started seeing you, you were making memes. You were posting memes. There's just a young Edgar with a, shaved head with the goatee. He had the goatee on.
Yeah.
He's wilding out in his backyard, and I was like, "This is the southernmost tip of the Emerald Triangle."
You
right
did coin
here.
that.
Yeah, I think Dustin might have coined that.
No shit.
I just said it. Thank you, brother.
Was that when you were a little?
Nah. My weight fluctuation is like, it like started off at 170, went to 240, went back down to 170, 180. Now I'm back at 200. I think right now I'm at like a constant though. But yeah, Instagram back in the day. So I was telling somebody the story, right? Ill will. I was never ill-willed. I would never want to see nobody hurt, not fed or anything like that. Take food out of people's mouths, That's not how I am, but I was a kid and I was on Instagram trying to get attention just like everybody else, because that's what Instagram is. What are you on Instagram? What is this? Your private notebook? No, this is a
story of my life.
It's like a fucking.
You know my name, not my story.
You know what I mean? It's like it's like
You to post selfies all day.
it's like you post it to get attention and to have people follow you and shit, right? And sell your product if you're selling something. I didn't know that early on Instagram. I just knew that I just wanted to, I don't know, fucking share my thoughts and be a part of this Instagram scene. Yeah. And my way of being the scene was being myself, of course. And I was always a kid that browsed 4chan and thought I seen things that people normally don't see, and thought shit was funny that people that shouldn't be funny at the time. You know what I mean?
You mean Chinese machine worker accidents?
Nah, I know what you mean, like wrecked videos.
Yeah.
But growing up, like I'm aware of these things, and these things are terrible, But I was a kid, and I didn't think they were funny. I didn't think I was, if I never posted that stuff either, but like I'd post weird stuff, like stuff you can't post no more. And all that to say was like, that was my way of getting attention and disrupting the ecology and getting the, like when someone who has nothing, yeah, he grows plants just like everybody else, and he's learning about name game and strain game. That just so happens to be happening because I love the plant. But at the same time, marketing, making a name for yourself as a cannabis person, let alone to become a company, I didn't know none of these things were going to happen the way they were. But I was such an outspoken person and like a polarizing person because of the things that I would say and post. And I would disrupt the ecology, getting the attention of people like Burner and Jungle Boys, where they would rebuttal.
You hurt some feelings early on, didn't you?
Yeah, I would.
I remember this now that you mention it.
I would get a rebuttal from these people. And people would be like, why the fuck are you even talking to this kid? And I'd be right there like, I guess we're both, I don't know. Must have said something,
Must have hit a nerve.
Must have hit a nerve. And then it became me disrupting big dogs, kind of like in a play of power, playing power games, because you got to win a war to become a general. And not knowing these things, but looking at it back, like applying now what I was doing, now putting a definition to it.
Now you read
Yeah.
War.
You read a couple things,
You read Art of War.
You've
realized
learned.
You did all the right things at the right time.
And I'm just like, oh, wow. I did all that. But I always did it with good intention. I always knew that I was right. And then it became people messing with me and me not being a fucking pushover because of all the stuff that I would say to people. People were like, oh, like, let me go see if I could take this guy down. And that's the meme Illuminati. That's the meme wars. That's where I had to make my blade super sharp. And it's just a battle of wits at that point. It's who could find the quickest GIF, the quickest 4chan image, and spin it and just be artsy with it. Yeah. And Lord knows, I fucking wrote a couple books on that shit. And I don't like to do it in a way that's, like chopping heads off. I'll do it in a way to sell my product now.
Yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it is advertising.
It is
When
advertising.
you go and you look at these campaigns and these billboards and you're like, that's a meme.
Mm-hmm.
it's a quick, witty caption. You get 2 seconds of somebody glancing over this billboard, and it says blah blah blah. Oh, ha ha! Look at the picture.
Yeah.
And you get a reaction out of somebody. You got 3 seconds of someone's time on the timeline. You get me? So you better make it count.
Yep.
You know? But memes as a like the first time I visited a Comedy Store, remember, and we shut it down. We literally smoked in the back till the end. I felt this camaraderie between myself and a lot of you guys and your friends. Like I was like, this is low key like my crowd. I'm not gonna say I don't have what it takes to do what you do and stand in front of a crowd and really put myself out there.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that or not. To this
Yeah.
point, I don't. You know what I mean? Could I learn?
Well, the only one who can find out is you.
Right.
No,
Exactly.
I look at the camera. and
Exactly.
shit.
No, everybody gets their 5 minutes. You just need to be yourself. See, I learned.
Holy shit, he is learning.
Yeah, watch out. No, it's comedy. It's supposed to be comedy. Like everybody is like, "Whoa, you're such a dick. You're this and that." And it's like, well, I mean, it's really for the sake of the joke, man. Like, it's not even that serious. I don't. If your dick stinks, I don't even know that. I don't know if your dick stinks or not. I don't even know if you have a dick. It's a fucking joke. You know what I mean? If you just look like you might have a stinky dick in that pose. You get me? Like, I don't know. That's just what somebody captioned, somebody harvested the content and sent it to me. I might or may not have captioned it, but, at a certain point, it's like, you're welcome.
That picture is hilarious, by the way.
You are welcome.
For somebody that doesn't know any of the context or like very vaguely, I've never gave a fuck for the sake of the joke to ask you, right? Like, it's just a joke, right?
It's literally just
It's
a
fucking
joke.
hilarious to me. Why my dick stink?
Yo, I don't know. Just, like that pose.
But how is this? Like,
It's like this, like showing the watch, which is probably fake. It's like selfie. Like, yo, why you sitting with your, you know what I mean? Like, why you need some air down there, gang? Like, what's going on?
oh man, that's hilarious. Why my
Anyway,
dick stink?
shout out to you for being a good sport. I guess we'll see you in court. Anyway, moving right along. The first time I went to a Comedy Store, I was like, these people are like me, right? Like, just a special breed of, person.
It's a different kind of, it's
Dead on the inside a bit.
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
will. Which I'm not
absolutely.
fully dead, but I'm pretty close. That's one of the things. I won't say this person by name out of respect for your podcast because I know you don't really mess with this person.
Yeah.
But the other comic, Surefire, I'll say it's Surefire's brother.
Surefire's cousin or something.
Whatever.
Oh yeah, so funny.
He actually was funny as hell at that thing.
All right.
I'll give him a little bit of credit that he actually killed it when you were inside. When he said when he started out, he's like, "Oh, start roasting the comics since they're already dead inside."
Yeah. It was I felt so bad because we were all outside
Not
smoking,
paying any attention.
not
to
paying
this.
any attention. And then when he got off stage, he came and was like, "Did you guys watch?" And we were like, "No." We're all outside getting high. And I felt
pretty
so
funny.
bad. I was like, "Did you want us to watch?"
That's pretty funny.
That's what you get. Nobody watched your shit.
Yeah.
Pin that.
Pin that. Damn. Cold.
Nah, man, I like
chilly
Surefire's
in
cousin.
here.
Surefire's cousin's cool. Whatever.
Fuck that fool.
Yo. You should have him as a guest and just fucking fry him.
Nah, man.
And have the camera set up outside. Be like, the first part of the podcast is going to start outside. Bow!
It's gonna start outside. Welcome to Jackass.
I should no he says he wants to come and do stand up in LA when he comes.
Yeah.
You should come.
Everybody
you should come
gets 5
heckle him.
minutes.
Nah, that's all bad. That's
Why
all.
not?
Oh, yo, yeah. See, Diana, yo,
Yeah.
she's fucking with it. You getting heckled, Jake.
Let me know when he's in town.
Yo, he's getting heckled, fam. Damn.
Getting more than heckled.
Yo.
All the door guys are like, "Who we got to stop?" Like, no, that's fine.
Let them all in. All 10 Mexicans? Yes. Just kidding.
Yo, they're all wearing black Air Force Ones. That's just not our dress code.
Why are they all wearing Raiders
Can I use your,
ponchos?
sporty little dabber there? Thanks.
Why are they all wearing Raiders? Zero. Oh man!
Raider Nation's in the chat.
Shout out Raider Nation.
Raider Nation.
One of them had a hairnet.
Is there any Sourwavez
I'm just
haters
fucking
in the
around.
chat? Raise your hands. Give me some heart buttons for the Sourwavez haters.
Put some hearts in the chat for Sourwavez haters, please. Yo, I got one person I want to shout out today.
Oh,
Shout out Black and Silver Tat. Shout out Gizmo. Thank you, big dog. You're a real supporter. This episode is sponsored by you, big dog. Thank you. Let's go. Shout out Giz. Fucking Giz. What you rolling up over there, big
A
dog?
little sour.
Sour and what's inside?
It's some R&D. I forgot the name. I thought it was Zope, but it's like Zolof's organs or something from Bobby.
Zolof's
From who?
I don't know. It
Nice.
says Zio. It may
From-
stand it for something. I
from-
know I
from-
botched that. My bad.
From Bobby?
Yeah.
Sick.
Zolof's organs though sounds great.
Who's Zoloff?
Like Zoloft the medicine.
I don't know.
Is Zoloff or
It
Olaf?
said Zio, and I was like, oh, Zope, because I've used that as a code
Mm.
at my spot.
Olaf's the snowman from Frozen.
Yeah, Zoloff. That's for
Damn.
No, Zoloft is decongestant.
Hey, you need a water or anything?
Olaf
Yeah, I
is a
forgot one.
snowman.
Hey, pass me a water, Mateo.
Edgar, you're gonna still wanna be on live? Or
No, you can take that live off.
Alright, guys, say goodbye to
Hey, Patreon live. Thank you guys for being Patreon members.
Why?
Catch the content later. We're gonna be editing that full episode coming soon.
Yeah, I gotta probably head out in like 15.
Sick ass fool. What you getting into?
Get into traffic.
I know. I gotta go pick up the wife.
Ooh,
Just pay for the Uber, brother. It's a far way back to Hollywood land.
No, I'm not in Hollywood.
Oh yeah, you're on West Side now.
Yeah.
You've graduated. Baller.
you're a West End girl now.
Shit.
Oh.
My wife's the one that's balling.
Shout out to the wives.
Shout out
Shout out to the
Diana,
wives, bro.
number one. There'd be no Masonic without Diana. I don't
No,
know.
for real. My wife actually just got promoted again this year.
She did it. She
Did her
did.
job yet.
That's dope.
I'm like, thank God.
Fuck yeah. Now you don't gotta do shit.
Now I can just play PlayStation
Fuck
5,
yeah, give me that.
my Xbox all day.
Thanks, babe.
Hey man, no, I gotta stop. I really gotta stop being such a piece of shit. You know what I mean?
Now, aren't you a regular at the fucking comedy store? What
That
are you
means,
talking
yeah,
about?
3 years ago. That means nothing now.
Oh,
That has
man.
lost all of its shine to her.
Oh man.
No, she doesn't complain at all. But I'm always just like, you deserve better.
That's one of my quirks. You know, I'm friends with Frank Castillo. You know,
Yeah, I always name drop you.
fucking everywhere
Do
you
you?
Whenever
go.
I get in arguments with people, I'm like, I know Frank Castillo.
You better be careful.
I'll have them make jokes about
Yeah, Super Bowl halftime special, bitch.
You start dropping my credits.
it. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, so we went to Hannah's parents for a Christmas dinner, and I've never felt more threatened than this because Hannah's grandparents invited their friend, and it was another guy named Frank, and he was like a 90-year-old dude,
Oh, hell no.
and they let him.
Probably didn't like that shit.
I didn't like it at all.
No, he probably didn't.
No, he was fine. He kept pretending like he couldn't hear because his hearing aid was dead. But he was like, yeah, it was the worst, dude. They let him cut in line. You know what I mean? I put 10 years in that family. They let him cut in line first, and then guess who was the first in line for seconds?
Frank, the other
That
Frank,
motherfucker.
bootleg Frank.
And then they were like, "Oh, there's no seconds for prime rib," and I'm staring at Frank eating seconds. I'm like, this
Hey, man.
motherfucker.
That's what keeps you.
That's
young sometimes.
fucking Frank.
The other Frank.
Just pretending he can't hear the whole time.
He was actually a really sweet guy, but it was actually mildly funny watching a bunch of old people that were like 85, 90 talk because one of them because he didn't have his hearing aid was fucking up, so they were like talking about stuff and he was just kept going, huh? Oh, and then at one point they were having two separate conversations, and it was like amazing to watch.
That's crazy.
It was pretty wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Fucking Frank and Frank.
Fucking
Was he bald too?
No, he was just old. He was bragging about paying off his kid's house, and I was like, I don't like you.
That's crazy. And where's this kid at?
That's what I said.
Daddy bought you a house. You can't even.
Why isn't your kid? Why aren't you at your kid's
That's
thing?
what you're out here eating my seconds.
What? He's probably got 3 prime ribs or something because you're paying his fucking mortgage.
I was like, that's crazy. I turned to my wife and I was like, why isn't he with his kids if he paid for their house?
That's out of pocket, bro.
Out of pocket.
I mean, are we gonna pay for our kids? I don't think so. They're gonna have to work for it.
if I'm like a millionaire, well, I'm also not having kids, but I think if
Sure about
I'm,
that?
I mean, I don't think I'm having kids. If I ever became a millionaire, I don't think I'm buying off a house.
You have cats.
I'm buying my cat a house for sure.
You buying your cat a house? Yeah. People do that.
Oh no, there's a thing on. There's like I think it's in Guinness Book of World Records. A certain pet for like got an award for most inheritance or some shit. But yeah, people leave shit to pets all the time.
Yeah, there's like a Netflix documentary on some shit like that.
Dude, how bad of a kid do you have to be, or how shitty must you feel to find out your parents die and they leave their whole estate to the fucking dog?
You must be a shitty kid.
Oh my god.
Shitty kid.
Yeah, I mean, even though you can't kill the dog, because where's the money go?
To his dogs.
You gotta have your lawyer write a will for that dog.
Yeah, you got to get your dog to put a paw print on it.
You do. You straight up. You
Put
do.
under duress. You're holding the dog in a gun.
so
You're
that
like,
you
fucking
inheritance
sign
goes to
it.
the other dog.
Yep. Straight the fuck up.
Oh my god.
I don't think I'm getting any inheritances.
Inheritance. You have to get life insurance. Get a lawyer.
When
life
my
insurance.
grandma died, I got her. I got some books.
What'd you get?
Some James Patterson books.
Who's James Patterson? He's like a good author or something.
Nah, it's like he's just like a detective author.
And she like wrote them specifically
Nope,
to you.
it was just like my aunt was like, "You want these books?" And I was like,
these Hardy
"Sure."
Boys books?
Yeah, I was like, "All right, cool."
But fuck it,
I
I'll
was
take
like, "What
it.
happened to all your jewelry?" They're like, "It's ours." I was like, "All right."
Fucking way.
Yeah, before I spark this cannon, can you heat up that pretty fire rig over there? for
Yeah,
me,
dude.
boss?
Let's hit up some.
Would you like to smoke it out of the Legends of Hash Turf Slurper as well?
Oh
do you have any others?
shit!
I have all types of. You
I don't care.
regular?
I don't mind. I'm just joking. Really just joking. But that rig is so fire, dude. Honestly. No exaggeration.
It's pretty fire.
Pretty fire.
Anytime I message you and you say that's fire, I always want to respond. That's pretty fire.
Yeah. It was a good run. Started a pretty fire rosin company. Found out the page got deleted the other day.
Oh,
Really?
that was deleted too, huh?
Oh, I didn't get my page deleted. I just lost access.
Okay.
We can't give the hackers too many clues here. But no, nobody's messing with it. Messing with me. I did it to myself. It's just honestly stupidity on my part. But yeah,
You actually forget to hit save info on the fucking phone. I've done that so many times.
no,
had
it's
to email
not
Facebook.
bad. I made my own security too tight.
You forget the fucking code word. You're like, shit.
They played me, dude. Honestly, they played me, and they have no help. You know.
You're like, I've fucked myself.
They're like, "Oh, you're the funny meme guy, huh? Fucking jokes up, jokes on you."
Yeah, I had to pay for Meta Verify just so I can email someone and be like, "Hey, I'm dumb," and they're like, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Fuck." And then they fucking finally got back to me. I was like, "You fucking bastards."
Hey, speaking of holidays, I got you guys some gifts here.
Oh, what?
Nothing crazy, but it's actually a homie of mine's business.
What you got?
Are these candles? This is fucking sick.
They are candles.
I love candles. I can tell I'm getting older because I truly love
Tropic
candles.
Best classic pillar candles. Let's go.
I'll come home with candles and my wife will be so excited.
I like candles. I go to Target.
Well, it's also if you're smoking drugs and
These are
shit.
little.
I get Target candles.
These are all hand poured, brother. Little different than Target.
Yeah,
You know?
thank you. I appreciate it.
For sure, it's really for y'all's ladies. Really, I feel like.
Hell yeah.
Unless you guys are gonna do some self care, some bath bombs, burn the incense and
Whoa.
sage. You know what I mean? You know.
Oh, that smells so good.
Very nice. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate it.
Of course, brother. I appreciate you having me on. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
Good. It's good to be here. It's good to be here in Compton. Not everybody's allowed here.
Not everybody's
allowed here.
in the
You know?
Oh, dog. I was driving. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah, I got my first NWA tape when I was 10 or 11 and learned about Compton.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So all that old shit, like all the old Easy E, super fuck with that.
No doubt. They named one of the streets Easy Street finally.
Oh,
Right here.
cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
So he has his own street now.
Oh,
In Compton.
shit.
It's crazy.
That's dope. I know his son's still around.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Easy
Medium F.
Yo, I didn't realize these are a Marvel set.
Yes, sir.
You know, one of the coolest things I've seen recently, I saw a 3D printed marble run for Turp Pearls. KSR down at Old World had it.
Wait.
That's my guy.
It's a marble run.
Yes.
That's so cool. I
What
love
are we
those
at? I need
things.
500.
No, I'm about to show you right here.
Oh, okay.
Get bamboozled, you know what I'm saying?
Is that how accurate is that one?
It's pretty accurate. This one's been doing pretty well, actually.
All right.
It's fairly newish.
You dab in here. Sick. Fresh press, a little Dole Whip ski. You got to take this last dab of sour.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
Both, actually, there's probably 2 dabs in there.
Yeah. Get up in there, Frank. Half and
Oh
half.
snap! Okay.
Frank,
No, I'll do a glass rig. Yeah, I don't have to head out till like 5:20. So. I'm good.
Oh shit! Make sure it's at the right temp, okay?
Oh, yeah. I've always wanted to smoke this rig. Every time I've looked at this rig, I'm like, this thing is pretty fire.
It's pretty fire. Shout out Solani. Thank you for the rig, buddy. Custom. I told him I wanted animated series Batman colors, and he came through. Came through pretty clutch.
Really?
Yep, that's it. Those are the colors. That's the animated Batman colors.
Tastes so good once it hits your lips.
It's fucking beautiful. Love hash.
It's a little hot for me, I'm not gonna lie. That
Hey,
thing's
man,
not quite all the way accurate.
I'm sorry, Waves. Tell Dab right. I thought it was accurate. That's because I've been going hot and shit. Need to get a gun. The fucking $200 guns?
Yeah, the Klein tools.
Yeah.
Like the ones they use for like cooking and shit.
Yeah, I need to get one of those.
Oh, it's pretty fire.
Thank you, buddy. Skadoosh.
All right, this is the part where I get quiet and awkward.
Any goals for this coming up year?
Goals?
I mean, I think you've killed it so far this year.
It's been a good year, honestly. It's been a good year. I'm just trying to make next year better. We're at a really weird point with everything, not just in our industry, but just life in general.
Oh no.
Are you going to Spain this year?
I believe so.
You going last year? This year you weren't able to make it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean 2024 Spain. Frank's going again as well.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm trying to. Yeah.
Good.
Frank's going again as well. He's gonna go get some spots at the fucking comedy spot.
Yeah. The Barcelona place.
You speak Spanish, so it should be fun.
No, I do not. Very mucho English.
Un poquito.
Yeah, I assumed somebody was Mexican the other day,
Uh-huh.
and I was wrong.
Really?
Pull a knife on you?
Nah, I just felt like an
Fucking
asshole.
Salvadorians do that.
Yeah.
Look, you Mexican? They're like, no. And you're like, oh shit, I'm sorry.
Oof. I'm like, well.
Yeah, if you ask the wrong person if they're Mexican, they'd be very upset. Blue,
And
I
then
did not know.
And then I
that.
told somebody he's black, and he wasn't black. He was like Puerto Rican or something.
He was like, thank you. Thank you, puppy. That's what he said. You're like,
Oh my
What?
god. Oh man.
You're a wild man.
Yeah. Shout out Wellworth. No, not Wellworth. Trelon Musk. Shout out Wellworth too. That's good people.
Trelon Musk.
That's
is
his
the
name.
hilarious
Trelon
name.
Musk. I told him he was black, but he's not black. He is very much Latino. And
Frank's
then,
got to go.
and then Frank needs to take a dab of sour
Yeah,
before
we
he
do
goes.
the episode. Sorry, my wife's texting me.
Ooh.
She's got a girls' night at 6 p.m.
Girls.
There.
Well, you got to be home to take care of the cat or what?
No, I just gotta drop the car off,
Yeah.
and then I gotta take care of the cat. Yeah, we're down to 2 now. We had 3. We're down to 2.
The way you
There's a cat in here.
crazy.
The cat lives here.
Yeah. Oh, is it because you're getting all?
No, the cat hasn't been in here in like 2 weeks.
It's
probably.
the dander, brother.
It's 2 weeks. It's 2
Can you
weeks.
feel it?
Huh? No.
It's probably-
It is the dab.
it's probably-
the dab. That's everybody's like Sourwavez doesn't dab. No, I do. It just fucking chokes me out. Too many years of blunts and BHO.
It's and just
We're
being
like trying to take these hot dabs.
being a
like,
ginger. It's tough, man.
bro. If you smoked the fucking weed, yeah, you know what? Dude's joke for me at that roast was that it was an albino joke. I'll take it. No,
Dude, the roast was fun. This year I was so mad though I didn't sound check, and they used a different speaker than last year, and it was so bad.
That's good. I
I
love
was
to hear it.
so fucking mad.
I love
The
to hear it.
sound.
It's
And,
like it's like if I was from far cursing it. Just,
And it was, and the thing that
You should have been there.
I was
It's
so
pretty
bad.
funny.
And I blame myself because I should have sound checked and I didn't.
don't
I
sound
just
check next
trusted
time
them.
either. Fuck
Which
'em.
is fine.
Especially
They didn't do
that-
anything wrong. It was just I should have known. And there was 2 working speakers right there. They just didn't have time to. It was a whole fucking thing. I was so angry. Anyways, but yeah, Bruce screaming at the guys because usually, as long as the sound's good, if it's loud enough, if people are talking, you can't. They get drowned out. So the people
Right.
that are paying attention, it's
Right.
better than the laughs. It's great. The sound is so important.
It's super important.
Here, you could, if people talk too loud, you just start to take over, right? So if people lost attention, which is fine, it's not a traditional comedy show. You know what I mean? That happens, whatever. But it was hilarious because Bruce was screaming at guys at the bar. He was like, shut the fuck up. He's like, no one wants to buy your year-old weed at a fucking discounted price. And people were like losing their minds. It was so fucking funny. And then Bruce had a great joke about it. He was like, he's like, so many people talking about genetics. I haven't heard this many people talk about genetics since the last.
Oh, that they're all related or something.
Oh no, since the last KKK rally I was
that
at. It
was
was so
fucked up.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
It was so funny. He crushed it.
That was a good show, man.
That's funny.
Well, I felt so bad because Josh Potter went up, and he's such a quiet person as it is. So he was trying to be loud, and he just wasn't loud enough, and people aren't hearing him. And he's such a funny. He's probably got more credits than everyone in the room when it comes to like comedy podcasts. He's just a funny dude, and he just didn't do well, and I felt so bad.
That's crazy.
But it was good. But everyone else did well. I mean, it was a fun show.
It's because of the sound, though. Make no
Yeah.
mistake, it's really because of the sound.
And that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like one small thing can make or break a show.
Yeah.
This late, ice cream guy?
It's not late.
They're here till like 10:30
Oh, shit.
sometime.
No, that's late.
You'll hear 10:30 ice cream man.
Trying to get
up.
them last minute
They're
sales.
selling other things though. I bet.
Oh, really?
Who knows, man? 10:30. What the fuck?
Yeah, but unless you know, you got to guess the secret menu. You know what I mean? And then you're just like,
Yeah, it's a big worm right there.
you're like,
You
oh,
have my
shit.
money, Smokey.
It is
Big
the
worm.
actor.
I mean, big perm.
Yeah.
Big perm.
Big worm. That's a great movie. That's a Christmas classic part 2.
Oh, all right. So before I got to get out of here, Die Hard, Christmas movie or not a Christmas movie?
First time seeing it was on Christmas.
You
This
remember
Christmas that
that?
just passed.
Oh, you never watched it in the back?
Never seen, and I didn't even watch it. I was just right there watching her watch it.
It's a Christmas movie.
Christmas movie. I think so.
What makes it a Christmas movie?
So someone so it
Movies
said
at Christmas.
because it takes place during Christmas, takes place during a Christmas
I
party.
think during Christmas Eve it's all the
Christmas Eve, the guy gets dressed up as like Santa in one of the bodies. What was the other one? And then the other thing was it represents all of the meanings of a Christmas party, which is like love, family, and acceptance.
Okay, I didn't watch it. I thought I was watching an action movie when I was seeing her watch it.
I think he only opened his eyes for the action.
Duh,
So good.
I'm bad at movies.
You put on a movie last night.
I put on a movie last night. Same thing.
What
Snooze
movie?
Patrol. The Steven Spielberg Third Encounter movie.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I watched the whole thing.
I watched an episode that
I was scared at night. It's like the aliens.
I'll watch scary shit.
They're not even scary. They're just ugly.
Yeah, ghost shit gets me every time.
You ever play that game Manhunter on PlayStation?
I remember when it came out. Yeah, it was phenomenal.
That game was scary as fuck.
Terrifying. Are we